If you want to be the best, you've got to beat the best. Luka and the Lakers are in Oklahoma City to take on the defending champs. And if you like scoring, tonight we'll see three of the game's best. Luka, over 37 points per game. Austin Reeves, 30. That's fifth in the league. And SGA, the reigning MVP, averaging nearly 33 per game. Lakers and Thunder tipping off in 1 hour right here. Spectrum Sports Net. Hello and welcome to Access Sportsnet Lakers, brought to you by Mercury Insurance. Chris McGee alongside Robert Ory. Big game, James Worthy, and it should be a fun one tonight, Rob.
It should be.
A little extra juice, right?
I'm excited.
Big game, you know, get excited for these kind of games.
Yeah, I mean, probably the first exam of the year.
Yeah.
Yes. You know, it's not going to determine.
Studying all these few weeks.
Yeah, it's not going to determine your final grade, but it's going to be a test.
Yeah, I agree. It's a good way to put it. Thunder are the defending champs, and they are 11-1, and they're off to the best start in the league. Check out what they've done so far. Their offensive rating is 6th in the league. Everything else you see here, the Thunder are tops in the league. Defensive rating, net rating, point differential. 12 games into the season. You mentioned a test, James. The champs are just really good. They're rolling. They're good on both sides of the ball. And how about this, James? In the 12 games that they've played, SGA's only needed to play in the fourth quarter 6 of them. They're rolling.
Without question. And Rob can tell you 4 more times than I can that once you taste that honey of a championship, you know what got you there. And that's all you know. I mean, the qualification now, I think, is to repeat. And then, during Rob's era, and Kobe and those guys, it was, winning 3 in a row. So Oklahoma has great coach. They got a system. Without Jalen Williams, it doesn't matter. They just stick people in. They have a great leader and a super supporting cast of big men, including. So when you have that system in place, San Antonio had it for 5 years. Lakers had it. The good ones had it. All you want is to repeat that. You don't want anything less. And Oklahoma's already there.
And Rob, and just like your great Laker teams and James's, roll. Guys know their role.
Yeah, that's the one good thing about when you play with great teams. Everybody can go and say, I'm going to do A, B, and C, and D. They can do it with their eyes closed. And when you got teams where you look like they head scratch, like, what are we doing tonight again? Oh, are you passing the ball tonight? Are you shooting the ball tonight? But this team, they knows exactly what to do. And more importantly, they got a love for one another. It's like no other. They feel joy for each other when they score, play defense, all the above, and they don't mind getting dirty with it. What I mean by that, playing good defense, knocking and whatnot. I know they're going to be without Lou Dort tonight, who probably should always be one of the best defenders and should be defender of the year. But they're just amazing on defense. We always look at the offense side of it, but if you look at all the NBA teams that won championships, they always been in top 5 defensively.
And they're number 1.
So they're number 1. They're good.
Yeah, they're good. And listen, the Lakers had that terrible game in Atlanta that they got rid of and bounced back in Charlotte. They've been very good offensively this year, James, and just in terms of their efficiency. What's kind of the key against this OKC team that plays such good defense?
Well, you gotta play some really good defense back at first. But what you cannot do, and they're going to pressure you, they're going to know your offense. Who knows? They might blitz Luka, they might blitz Austin Reeves. Can't turn it over. That's the number one thing you cannot do. You have to attack that pressure. So guys like Rui, other guys on the floor, are going to have to attack that pressure. Even Ayton, when he gets at the free throw line, you can't stall against a good defensive team, because if you do, they will take advantage of that. So attack it, try to get to the line if you can, find some bodies as you attack. So you can't make bad passes. You got to be crisp and, physical and ready to absorb what they're going to bring.
For me, I think I mentioned it earlier, Lou Dort not being in the game. It's going to be one of those games, like you say, James, they got to be in attack mode, because Lou Dort is one of those guys, he takes under the best offensive player on other teams, so that allows everybody else to be up on a man and not have to help. Now there's no Lou Dort. So you're going to have to help off whoever's guarding AR or Luka. So it's going to be very interesting in what the game plan for the Lakers is. Are they able to be able to exploit the people on the inside? Because this team is not, I know it's a tall team, but they're not shot blockers outside of, the 7-footer. But other than that, you can go at this team because you can get them in foul trouble and just don't be afraid. Go at them.
Yeah, Lakers shot the lights out last year in April when they matched up with OKC in the win. For more, let's check in with Mike Trudell. He is joining us from Oklahoma City. Lakers 1-1 on the road so far. What's up, Mike?
What's happening, Geeter? Yeah, you just mentioned it, right? April 6th and April 8th, back-to-back games last year against the Thunder. The Lakers played really good basketball. So they won the first one in a blowout fashion, and they were up in the fourth quarter of the game on the 8th. Remember, that's when Luka got ejected because he was going at it with the Oklahoma City fan, and the ref thought that Luka was directing that attention towards him, when certainly he wasn't, and then the Thunder kind of ran things out at the end. But we wondered as we walked into the playoffs, Geeter, just thinking from afar on this Laker team, okay, they played this way against the team that is favored to get to the championship, and they ultimately, of course, won it. That tells us something, even though the Lakers had their own issues in round one. So fast forward now to today, I wondered what J.J. Redick took out of that, just considering no LeBron, no J-Dub, no Dort, as you guys just discussed, even Aaron Wiggins is out. How does that impact things here in Oklahoma City? So here's the head coach.
I think it's probably more of the two teams are different. I think conceptually they do a lot of the same things. We do a lot of the same things, but every group's a little different. They clearly have more continuity than us, particularly at this time with no LeBron. But we played well in both those games. I thought, in particular in the second game, our ability to just like withstand a bunch of blows. They played really well, and the first game, I thought we were sort of the aggressor, and then we kind of reacted in game two. But if there's something to take from those two games that applies to tonight, I think you just have to be really decisive against them on the offensive end. They're physical. They've got athletes. They've got rim protection. When you create any sort of advantage, you've got to be very decisive. Shoot, pass, or drive. There's can't hold the ball because it's hard to create an advantage against them on a possession.
What kind of word did you get out of El Segundo after LeBron's participation with the G League today, and then what are going to be the next steps for him?
Yeah, he was able to participate in the practice, got up and down a little bit with just some like warm-up transition drills, and then progressed to 5-on-5 in the half court, and got I think about 12 to 15 possessions of live 5-on-5 contact. I think it was also an incredible opportunity for Zach and his staff and all the guys that are with South Bay right now to have that experience. But the reports are that he looked good and was moving well.
All right, so there's J.J. Redick. Nice to have a LeBron update. We'll see what happens when the team gets back in Los Angeles. And then for the first part, Geeter, you heard J.J. talk about the importance of being direct if you're going to go at this Oklahoma City defense. And look, that's the way that you host, okay? You go right at it. You don't mess around with anything. You give us what we need, and that's why you're our fearless leader, buddy.
No playing around, Mike. You know what I'm saying, buddy? Attack. No. Attack.
Yeah,
it's Mike Trudell, ladies and gentlemen. It is game day, and he is ready. That's right. In big game, you know who's almost ready? As they just told us, LeBron James practicing with the South Bay Lakers, ramping up, so kind of still shooting for that mid to late November mark, and can't wait. 23rd season.
Hey, Daddy, you ain't gonna believe who practicing with us, man. You got LeBron James practicing. Man, I'm gonna dunk on him. You know that.
I've been waiting for one of those videos, but no one's putting anything out there.
But what a treat, though. I mean, and just to show you, the humility that LeBron James has, he's just going to go practice. He wants to play. He wants to test himself. So, good signs from what I hear that, he's no issues, no pain. He's able to move. So that's a good sign. It just goes to show you that the time off has helped. And it's good to see that, LeBron is taking his time, but getting out there with some real action with the G League players and testing himself. So, I'm not sure when he's going to come back, but whenever he does, he's going to make sure that he's able to be the LeBron that we're accustomed to seeing.
Yeah, and Shams reported that he's motivated to get back. And obviously, Rob, he's going to do something that no one's ever done. I mean, this is year 23.
Yeah, you think about what he's able to accomplish throughout his career by staying healthy, and now you have this issue. think this is the first time he's ever missed the beginning of a season, right?
Ever.
Yeah, and so you think about, is that father time catching up with him, or is that saying, oh, you know what, I ain't in a hurry to get into the league? So for me, I'm just happy to see that we still get to have him for another season because he's just been so incredible. He's been still playing at such a high pace. And the way the Lakers are playing right now, it's really going to be fun to see him implemented into this new look Lakers squad.
Yeah, to think what LeBron can add to this team that's already playing so well, I think that's the excitement for Laker fans. All right, guys, Austin Reeves missed 3 straight games before returning Monday in Charlotte.